Okay, that was the end. That was Granny Melba and
Georgie Iron Gut.
sorry,
yeah, we won.
Yeah, we won. I should say
we won.
Sheriff Granny Melba
climbing trees, trying to jump fences,
sniping, shooting people too quickly for her own good. But the Rudy Tudor was the real MVP. She did so much damage with her Rudy Tudor.
She did.
Yeah, the Kane was completely useless. This is completely useless.
I felt completely useless in that, especially in that final fight.
No, I think because...
Oh wait, the second fight maybe? There was one fight where I did no damage whatsoever, technically. I did damage at the very end.
Yeah, but then you did all your metal stuff and everything.
Like feats?
Yeah, your feats, yeah.
Well, you got the same amount of feats, I guess?
In the end, yeah, okay, yeah. But in that fight, you were like another one. But you just... I think your job was also a lot of being... just a decoy, staying alive.
That's true. Everything. Well, it's this parasitic cow just wandering about.
But once you got the scimitar, you did a lot more damage.
The scimitar was handy because it allowed me to move more.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
Because it was 1 moxie instead of 3 with my base dad's head.
That's really expensive though. The dad's head hammer. Yeah. And then also high accuracy, especially because you start with -1.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty difficult. But yeah, we died our first round, our first game, and then again
in the boss fight. Yeah. But the first round, I mean, that was really just a learning.
Agreed.
Because we did a horrible tactic and just ran around.
We're just together. It's like go to the closest townsfolk. Oh, that's me and you.
Oh yeah, we both get hit and so on. So really, just it's like. You see it when they used to attack a mammoth, that they have to be from all different angles so they don't know which way to turn and everything, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tactics.
But yeah, what do you think? Your first play?
I think it's really cool. If when the Kickstarter comes around, I'm not sure if I would go for it.
Mm-hmm.
For the... I'm not sure. Because... I think this shines more with more people than solo. Because with solo, like you said, the secrets go away and everything. And it's... although I think it would be easy to control all the characters. That's not a problem in solo.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just more fun with other people.
Agreed. Yeah. Just the unpredictability of everyone. Because like your feats could be go to the corner.
Exactly. Well, do you have feats in solo?
Yeah.
But then it's really easy to manipulate. You just face up.
Yeah.
But you said you had 5 when you played solo, right?
5.
Or you just keep 3 as well?
Yeah.
Per person. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's kind of silly, but the thing that I enjoy most is doing the whole town phase and shopping and getting all the stuff and then actually using it in the fight.
Yeah. Like a lot of your gear was useful.
Yeah. But that's because I had a discount as well. I think Granny is pretty strong because her farsighted is really crazy.
Yeah, that extra range helped out so much.
Add X to Granny's accuracy rolls when attacking, where X equals the number of squares between her and the target. That is huge. Because especially when the first round, where I had the 12 range gun, it's like always plus 12. You never miss, right? And looking back, I could have just had that gun as well. Because this one, in the end, the Rudy Tudor, I use it a lot.
That was your main weapon.
But then I could have just replaced both of them. It wouldn't have made a difference because the cane I never used. And you do need strategy. You do need to work together.
You have to calculate it, I guess. Yeah. Like with that ruffian, the final fight there.
Umbrella?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
that big wave coming at you.
Because, and also I think the first time that we played, the action deck of the ruffian, if you're unlucky, you can really have like a string of bad cards and like, damage and damage and damage. And if your movement is, like at the end of the game, my movement was 9. But I started with 4.
Yeah.
And then if you can't immediately get that up, because you need movement here.
Yeah.
Because if they can just constantly get you, if their movement is 6 and your movement is 4, then you're screwed every time.
Yeah.
If like 3 cards in a row say closest townsfolk, and your health is only 3, good luck, trying to run away. Of course, you could say, well, then somebody else should step in, and they're the closest one. There's always reasons for that as well.
Yeah.
But then you learn that through playing. But I really like the art and everything, and the whole Cuphead style, old school cartoon style. I really like the game. I really think it's cool. And even though 4 would make it a lot longer, I still think I would play 4 if that's the only thing that you're gonna do. Then because it's cool to discover and everything.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So how about you? Because you haven't played it. How many times have you played it now?
This is my second time playing it. I played it once solo. Well, this will be 2.5. I played half of a game. But yeah, I hear people comparing this to Kingdom Death Monster, but light.
Yeah.
But I've never played Kingdom Death Monster, and I think I like, just the part that annoys me is setting up all the pieces every time we change to different ruffians. But once that's all done, like that admin's done, like the game, I like the gameplay. I like interacting with the terrain pieces. I think that's one of my favorite parts, just all the different abilities that these terrain tiles do. And it gives you more options of what you can do. Like in the final fight, exploding the TNT caused a lot of damage.
Yeah. And one thing you need to have, though, is you need to know what's there and need to realize what's there. And don't be like me and only read half of it and oh yeah, it's gonna be this. And, oh crap, no, I have to pay 2 coins. No coins.
Yeah, which things well. Just go heal there, it's fine.
Yeah, or just my feats of metal. Like, I can just do this. Oh no, wait, it's actually this. It happens so many times. But yeah, I can. The setting can be a little bit annoying. Setting up can be a little bit annoying.
But there's like a lot of variability. Like this is my first time seeing Georgie Irongut. Like I've seen Granny, I've seen Norman Fishboy and Henlo.
Yeah.
And like Norman Fishboy and Henlo, they do well with the water terrain pieces.
Oh.
Like Henlo, there's a special ability that negates certain effects if she's by this pond.
Yeah. Okay.
Or he's by this pond. But yeah, just the variability in all of them, like the ruffians and the townsfolk. Even the final fight, like the final fight for each ruffian's different. I can't remember who I fought. I think I fought Dorvis. I can't remember his name. Davis. But he's essentially a tourist that comes to the town. And so he's just like messing things up as he's bumbling about because apparently he's just like an idiot. And so like I think when I defeated him, it was just like he just gives bad reviews about the town, like I'm never coming back here again, kind of thing.
The town is empty or whatever. Yeah. It's a shitty town. I like that, by the way, the whole story about it, that every character and every ruffian, I keep wanting to say villain, every ruffian has their own backstory. I think that's pretty cool, and their motivation, why they're there and what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But the expansion that they said is going to be just more of the same, more people and everything, or are they introducing new mechanics?
I haven't seen anything officially announced.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to like maybe change up some rule sets or maybe change up some orders. I don't know. I'm not too sure what it will add.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Be interesting to see with how many people it plays as well. But then I imagine that the playtime would be a lot longer.
Yeah,
a lot longer.
I think it plays up to 5.
I don't think I would want to play this with 5.
Yeah,
because it's going to be like 4 or 5 hours at least.
Yeah, I think 3, maybe even 4.
Yeah,
just to have like a difference between closest and furthest townsfolk, because it's always going to be one or the other.
Yeah. True.
So I think that like having an extra person, a third person, could help.
But then the strategy will be clear, right? Everybody in turn steps in. Okay, now I'm the closest. Okay, now you're the closest, and then back off, heal, stuff like that.
Which is where I think the game does well in terms of saying, okay, now the furthest townsfolk. Or there's some ruffians that say the townsfolk with the most coins.
Yeah.
Or like the least coins.
Like that, yeah.
So depending on the ruffian you're facing.
Most gear.
Yeah, most
probably
gear.
Least amount of gear. Stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I'm interested to find out more about what the different skills are of all the different characters and the ruffians, what they do, and I really enjoyed it. But the Kickstarter comes along. I don't know. Depends on the month what other games are coming out. I wouldn't mind owning this for sure. And I don't have many games like this because it's basically a boss battler, right? Just the Kingdom Death Monster comparison. Because there's there's several other games that try to do this, but at a lower scale. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I would recommend it easily. But solo, I don't know. I'd have to try it, to be honest.
When I played it solo, I played it two-handed. They recommend doing it three-handed.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to...
Well, the cool part is with this kind of system, you don't have to think who should go first because it's set in stone. Okay, now it's your turn. What are you going to do? And then so on. And it's also, you can do a lot of stuff before it's the ruffian's turn again.
Yeah.
In other games, it's like ruffian, hero, or whatever, character. Ruffian character. Like it's always boss you, boss you, boss you. But here's just boss everybody else. Boss everybody else. And then
That's
you can
true.
really plan if you're doing it. Like that. And it doesn't take up too much table space. I mean, you can't really see it here.
Yeah.
But table space is quite okay, actually, to do multi-handed.
I think the one thing that I would like to see improved is just having it, like the terrain pieces, easier to access. Just because like I had to set the box is completely empty right now, and I have like the different ruffians on one side, the tiles on the other side. And then because you don't know which ruffian is coming up next, you can't really prepare in advance.
Yeah.
So like before we played, what I didn't tell Joe this, was I looked at the ruffians. Yeah, I know.
God.
But I didn't remember what they did. So it didn't affect the decisions I made because I didn't remember what they did. I just wanted to have the pieces on the side.
Don't worry. Like with Gloomhaven, I said this several times now. It's the same thing. When you open a new room, technically, or when you do a scenario, you also look for all the pieces in advance, right? Yeah. And then we would play on the app where you only see one room and you don't know what's following. So you want to be really surprised. If you lose the book, you already see it. But then I would still go to the book and just check without seeing anything else which pieces I needed already, because you take it out. Like on the top of my head, the best thing would be is like have like some kind of a folder book, because these pieces are thin, right? I mean, they're not exactly thick. If you have just like a book, you can go. That's one piece less. If you have just have a book where you can just go through and they're all like numbered A1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you say, okay, A2, okay, got it. A3, got it. A4, got it.
Yeah.
Just like, or just a system, so you know where it is, like an insert or whatever, so you save time. Yeah. But if it's just all like, okay, this is where all the pieces go, poof, and then just find it, then of course you're gonna waste time.
Well, they do separate it a little bit, but
good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Good enough.
It's great. I just want it to be. I don't know what I would want it to be, but easier, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Are there any ruffians that bring? I guess they all bring like extra pieces, because this guy brought the wave. Yeah. So I guess other ruffians bring other stuff.
Yeah, and that was just the final fight, so I don't know what the final fights would be for the rest of them.
Well, for some of them, I saw they have like a lot of FFFs on it. So I guess there might be like, milk bottles or whatever.
Well, yeah, there's this one character called the Bundits, and it's essentially made up of all these little guys that come out of him.
And you have to...
I guess defeat them. I don't know, I haven't played against
them. By
the
way, when I died the last round, my secret town event card was Last Breath, which basically means... you spend some time preparing a motivational speech for the next time you're knocked silly. So keep this card face down in front of you. The next time you are knocked out, reveal this card. All other townsfolk restore 1 HP. But of course, I was a sheriff, so if I died, it wouldn't matter.
Gotcha.
But that's what I like as well, the humor. The humor in this game is
humor is good.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, the artwork, some people may see it as a bit dark, but it's part of the fun.
Yeah, I mean, in advance what you're... I mean, it's not like they're hiding from it or whatever. So it is all pretty... It can be pretty gruesome, but it's okay, you know? I think it fits in everything and makes it... I think it makes it a lot funnier, to be honest. It doesn't always have to be PG.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I know. Cool. I like it. One thing I'm very disappointed in is that you can start a car but not be in it. It's very disappointing.
Maybe you put a brick on the gas and
but then you drive off the board. You're gone now. Oh.
Like, I want to see all of these cards. Like, but I want it to be a surprise at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I think I've only seen one of them where, Zelda, Link.
Yeah.
It has all of his gear on there. So you have the hat, the chest,
really?
the sword, and the shield. It's in here somewhere. Yeah. But
so if you set it up in a certain way, you can have the whole set and run around being Link.
Your granny, she
Link.
did well.
Yeah. But I would call her almost OP because if you give her a ranged weapon, it's very hard for her to miss.
Yeah.
Once you increase her accuracy a little bit, and if you're far enough, if she becomes mobile, then she's very difficult to get to and can do a lot of damage very quickly.
I feel like if you max out her movement, then she's untouchable.
Probably. Well, of course, all the bosses have a moment where they jump at you no matter where you are
and appear adjacent towards you.
Yeah. That one where we were attached was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, King and Queen.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Kind of like a Slinky.
Yeah. It's cool.
But yeah, I'd be down to try this again with a couple more
other
players.
People.
Like a higher player count.
Yeah, for sure. And since I've played already, for example, now, then you as well, obviously, will go faster next time, like every game.
Yeah, that as well. All right, so that was Townsfolk Tussle. Happy to try it with an actual person.
Happy we're back together since such a long time because of COVID.
True, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to... and we actually saw each other earlier for some Super Fantasy Brawl, but it's nothing to do with this video, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I was Joachim, and always will be.
I was Kine, and might still be.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
This is so many games at a time. Bye-bye.
I'm shaking the camera.